Hi everyone. Most people think that insulin resistance only happens because of sugar. But what if small daily habits are secretly affecting your blood sugar much more than you actually realize? In this video, I will give you 10 simple lifestyle changes that can help you in improving your insulin sensitivity and support better metabolic health naturally. Oh, and at the end, I will give you one bonus lifestyle change that might save you from getting insulin resistant. Don't miss that one out. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Most people think that exercise only matters if you spend 1 hour at the gym. But research says something much simpler may already help your glucose levels massively. Walking after meals. And the reason is fascinating. See, when you walk, your muscles start pulling glucose directly from the bloodstream for energy, almost like opening extra doors for sugar to leave the blood, which means your body suddenly needs less insulin to do the same job. Now, imagine this. Instead of glucose sitting in your bloodstream after lunch, your muscles quietly absorb part of it when you walk. That tiny habit changes the entire glucose response of the meal, and studies show even 5 to 10 minutes can make a difference. Not intense cardio, not running, just some movement at the right time. Because sometimes timing matters more than intensity, right? Now, this one sounds almost too simple to work, but scientists found something interesting. The order in which you eat your food changes glucose response. Same meal, same calories, different order, and your blood sugar spike changes dramatically. Why? Because fiber and protein slow down stomach emptying, which means glucose enters the bloodstream more slowly. Think of it like traffic control. If carbohydrates enter alone, glucose rushes into the blood very fast. But if fiber reaches first, everything slows down. Suddenly, the body is dealing with a calm stream instead of a flood. And that matters because repeated glucose spikes are one of the major drivers behind insulin resistance over time. So, something as small as eating salad, dal, or vegetables first may quietly help you in improving your metabolism far more than people actually realize. Now, this one surprised researchers too. Your metabolism is deeply connected to your circadian rhythm, which is your internal body clock. And sunlight is one of the strongest signal controlling that clock. Studies now show poor circadian alignment may worsen insulin sensitivity, meaning your body literally handles glucose differently depending on whether your biological clock is functioning properly or not. And morning sunlight helps anchor that system, especially within the first hour after waking. It basically tells the brain this is daytime, set metabolism accordingly, which kind of affects your hormones, sleep timing, cortisol rhythm, and even glucose regulation later in the day. So, yes, something as basic as stepping outside in morning light may influence your metabolic health more than any other supplement bottle. This is where things get sneaky because insulin resistance is not only about sugar anymore. Researchers are increasingly looking at ultra processed foods, even the ones marketed as healthy. Protein bars, diet snacks, zero sugar treats, flavored cereals, and more like this. Now, here is the issue with all of these. Many ultra processed foods digest extremely quickly, alter hunger signals, and may encourage overeating without you realizing it. Some studies also suggest they can negatively affect gut health and inflammation, both connected with insulin resistance. And honestly, your body understands biology better than marketing. A high protein label does not magically make processed food metabolically friendly because it might also contain something that is definitely not good for your insulin and for your health. Now, here is something fascinating. Muscle is not just for aesthetics. In fact, it is one of the biggest glucose storage systems in the human body. Meaning, the more healthy muscle tissue you have, the more space your body has to store glucose efficiently, which improves insulin sensitivity. That is why resistance training consistently show benefits for glucose control in research. And no, this does not mean that you have to become a bodybuilder. Even small increase in muscle mass matter. And for that, you can do body weight squats, you can use resistance bands, you can go for carrying groceries, or you can also do push-ups against a wall. You know, your muscles are basically metabolic engines, and modern lifestyle keeps shutting those engines off for hours every day. The human body was designed to move, lift, carry, and work, not sit under LED lights refreshing notifications for 12 hours straight. Most people eat like their meal is literally escaping. But you know, your metabolism hates speed. Research shows eating too quickly is associated with higher insulin resistance risk and poorer glucose control, because rapid eating makes it easier to overconsume calories before fullness signals even reach the brain, and glucose rises faster as well. Basically, your body likes gradual input, but modern eating patterns create metabolic chaos instead. Slow eating changes hormones related to satiety, digestion, and insulin response, which means your eating speed may actually influence your metabolism. It almost sounds ridiculous until you realize humans evolved eating slowly in groups, not inhaling food while scrolling through reels. Now, this area of research is exploding right now. Scientists are increasingly connecting gut bacteria with insulin sensitivity, and certain fermented foods may help support a healthier gut microbiome. Foods like curd, homemade yogurt, fermented vegetables, traditional fermented foods, and more like this. Now, the question is, why does this really matter? It's because gut bacteria influence inflammation, metabolism, and even how the body processes nutrients. Some studies suggest that healthier gut diversity is linked with better insulin sensitivity. Now, this does not mean that fermented foods are like magic cures, but it does mean your gut may be playing a much larger role in metabolic health than we understood a decade ago. You are not feeding just yourself, you are feeding trillions of microbes too, and apparently they have opinions about your metabolism that you should actually care about. Now, this one sounds completely bizarre at first, but researchers are discovering that the health of your gums and mouth may actually affect metabolic health. Yes, your mouth. And here is where it gets really interesting. Certain harmful oral bacteria can trigger low-grade inflammation in the body. And as we all know, chronic inflammation is strongly connected with insulin resistance. In fact, studies have found links between gum disease and poorer glucose control. But the really fascinating part is this. Some researchers believe that unhealthy gums are not just a dental problem anymore. They may become a whole body metabolic signal, and suddenly things like poor brushing, bleeding gums, chronic oral inflammation, neglected dental care start looking very different through the lens of metabolic health, which honestly changes how you think about your daily habits, because most people think insulin resistance begins in the pancreas or from eating sugar. But maybe the first metabolic warning sign might begin while you are brushing your teeth. You know, stress was once useful for survival, but now your body cannot tell the difference between a tiger and 4700 emails. See, when stress becomes chronic, cortisol stays elevated more often, and cortisol directly affects glucose regulation. The body starts pushing more glucose into the bloodstream because biologically it assumes something dangerous is happening. We need quick energy. This is only helpful during emergencies, but it's terrible when activated for years. That is why stress management practices like meditation, breathing exercises, relaxation, mindfulness repeatedly show benefits in metabolic health research. You know, your brain and metabolism are not separate systems. They are constantly talking to each other. And unfortunately, modern life turned that conversation into panic mode, which I think we all need to change, right? And finally, the obvious one that everyone knows but far fewer people actually sustain: regular exercise that includes consistent movement. Because exercise improves insulin sensitivity through multiple pathways at once: better glucose uptake, better muscle function, better weight regulation, and better mitochondrial health. Basically, your body becomes more efficient at handling glucose. And one of the most interesting findings in research is that consistency beats perfection. You do not need the hardest workout plan on earth. You just need a body that moves regularly enough to remind yourselves we still use energy around here. And that message alone changes metabolism. Time for the bonus lifestyle change. And you know, this one is one of the most researched factors of all. Yes, it's sleep. And modern science is completely clear on this. You know, poor sleep can reduce insulin sensitivity very quickly. Even short term sleep restriction changes how the body handles glucose. Think about that. One bad night does not just make you tired, it actually changes your metabolism temporarily. And chronic poor sleep keeps repeating that stress signal again and again. Your body starts behaving almost like it is under some threat, which affects hunger hormones, cravings, cortisol, and glucose regulation. So, you need to understand that sleep is not just some recovery time. In fact, it is active metabolic maintenance. Your body and brain are literally recalibrating systems while you sleep. And cutting sleep short repeatedly is like interrupting software installation every single night, which is definitely not good for your insulin sensitivity. Now, if you think that insulin resistance is all about high blood sugar, then trust me, you are missing the real story, because I will show you exactly how insulin resistance silently develops inside the body and how it slowly turns into type 2 diabetes step by step from basic to advanced. And once you understand this, you will never look at your metabolism the same way again. Link is right here. Go watch that next and I will see you there. Until then, peace out.